hate him so much. Wow, can you believe that's a priest? Literally hide your sons. You know, this is so wrong, and this is why we're so because we're letting these people hijack the church. And that's why Christians are the number one, we're the number one target of communism. We're the number one people that the hate, okay? And that's true.
Interesting. This one's going to be a painful one, y'all.
Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
We all saw that video of the female pastor or priest. She was basically berating Trump about trans kids are now afraid. First of all, there's no such thing as a trans kid, okay? There is such a thing as a groomed child because they have horrific parents who deserve to have the ever-living shit beat out of them because they groom their own children and want to mutilate their own children and destroy their lives and put them on a list of people who are at more high risk of Episcopalian, of killing themselves than any other class of people. So that's the only thing. There's no such thing as kids, okay? You think a 2-year-old is like wants to have their dick chopped off? You've got to be kidding me. Like, stop with the gaslighting, okay? The Episcopalian lady berating Trump about that, which, by the way, why the would you just sit through there? Like, can you at least give her an angry look? I will hand it to you. I'm not a big J.D. Vance fan. I think he's annoying to look at. But he was the only one in the crowd that I saw that was giving a slight nasty look. Not even that much. I would have been scowling as hard as possible. I guess, to be fair, most of those girls are like full of Botox, so they probably can't even frown. But I was like, come on. Where are the dirty looks? Where are they getting up and leaving? You're the most powerful person in the country, and you're going to let this little old lady, this SJW freak who's infiltrated the church, tell you what you're doing is so wrong and evil? Here is a tremendous fact, okay? He's a priest as well, and if this doesn't make your blood boil, I don't know what would. Oh my God, I hate him. I hate him so much! Wow, can you believe that's a priest? Literally hide your sons. You know, this is so wrong, and this is why we're so because we're letting these people hijack the church. And that's why Christians are the number one, we're the number one target of communism. We're the number one people that the hate, okay? And that's true. Christians are always the target of these communist revolutions. And yet Christians historically just sit back and are like, I'll just be a martyr. I'll just sit here and pray. And I'm not trying to like sound bad. Like, I'm a Christian too, granted a bad one. But like this idea of just not.
I'm going to just stop right there because I know you probably need a moment to breathe. Lilly is saying that she is a Christian. We've talked about that on this channel before, multiple times. Self-identifying as a Christian means nothing to me, nothing whatsoever. I would love to hear Lilly's testimony. And matter of fact, if you can send her this video, I would love to have Lilly come on and give me her testimony. How did she come to be a Christian according to her understanding? I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it, please. But let's continue. And let me say that. I would love to hear, not because I'm going to be the judge, jury, and executioner. We'll just look at what the scriptures actually teach about the conversion of a heart that is a stony, dead, rebellious heart against God to be turned into a heart of flesh, a heart that is submissive, and a heart that loves the Lord. I just want to, the Bible teaches very clearly about that process, what happens there. So I would love to know how Lilly went from a stony heart to a heart of flesh, to a heart of rebellion, to a heart of submission. I would love to know how that worked. And we'll continue.
Fighting and just laying down and let people shit all over you and kill you, and you just like go down on your knees. You just die praying. Like, yes, you should be praying, but like do something too. I'm sorry, these martyrdom books that I would read, I would like, you know, in church hear about these good martyrs and stuff. And always I was like, why the fuck aren't you standing up? Like I will fight to the death. I would rather die fighting than die on my knees. You know? Yes, I'll be praying the whole time, but I will be fighting like hell against the people trying to kill me and my family. The so Christians need to stop with this pacifism shit. And I think that's a way that they've been able to subvert Christianity too, knowing that we're the number one targets. And yet we're supposed to just sit here and do nothing and let them just mow us down? Fuck that. They take advantage of us. They take advantage of this kind, altruistic trait that is in white people, and especially in Christians, you know, turn the other cheek. I'm sorry, but no. If somebody comes in to kill me and my family, there will be no turning of the other cheek, okay? I will demolish you. And if I'm wrong, then God will explain to me in heaven why I'm wrong. But I don't believe that's how Christians should be. I think we should take up there's a reason why there's so much, like even put on the full armor of God. Yes, I know it's like symbolic, but at the same time, why would you choose those words? We're supposed to be warriors. We're not supposed to lay down like fucking and let people just kill us and our families. Hell no. And we need to, as Christians, think Crusades, not think Quaker pacifism. No, we're not going underground. We're not hiding. We're not hoping for this and that and hoping it goes away and we'll be fine. No, we're going to stand up and fight against these people who want to kill us.
All right, that's Lilly. Y'all, I'm going to tell you right now. The stuff that she said is diametrically opposed to the scriptures. The scriptures themselves, again, this is not Jason's standard. I am not going to use my own standard, but I will. I'll paint a picture, and then we're just going to look at some passages, and you make your own determination if what Lilly's saying rhymes with what the scriptures teach. Did not Jesus do exactly what she's expletively enriched diatribe is speaking against? Did he not? Was he not a passive lamb? Did he say a mumbling word? Did he get brought to the slaughter and allow himself to be crucified on our behalf? Jesus did none of the things that Lilly's talking about. Not a one. But let me just bring this in very quickly. And again, I would love for you to check me if you don't mind. Because what Lilly is actually preaching or talking about, if you will, is what's called Christian nationalism. And that false teaching is very much akin to like a Hebrew Israelite or Nation of Islam. There's lots of these factions and sects and false teachings that believe that the only way to get anything is to war and violence, which is insane. But look at this one. Romans 13, 1-2. Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. Remember, Lilly told us to go fight. First Peter, please forgive me. Be subject to the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether it be to the emperor as supreme or to the governors as sent by him to punish those who do evil and to praise those who do good. Let's go to Titus. Remind them to be submissive to rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready for every good work. Matthew 22:21. They said, Caesar's. Then he said to them, therefore render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. 1 Timothy, first of all, then I urge that supplications and prayers, intercessions and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and for all who are in high positions, that we may lead a peaceful and quiet life, godly and dignified in every way. There's nothing about going to war, nothing about kicking up. And again, this is on both sides of the argument, though. Same thing. We're not supposed to be fighting against the government. And on the same note, we're not told to do a lot of this protesting and stuff either. Just letting you know. Proverbs 24:21. My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not join those who do otherwise. Feel free to, and I want you to grab these these verses, you have their address. Go look up the full context and make sure that I'm not out of pocket. The 29th chapter and the 7th verse of Jeremiah, but seek the welfare of the city where I have sent you into exile, and pray to the Lord on its behalf, for in its welfare you will find your welfare. Ecclesiastes 8:2-3. I say, keep the king's command because of God's oath to him, and be not hasty to go from his presence. Do not take your stand in an evil cause, for he does whatever he pleases. Luke 20:25. He said to them, then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. The 4th chapter of Colossians says this, verse 5-6. Walk in wisdom and toward outsiders, making the best use of the time. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each person. Y'all, that stuff that Lilly's talking about is bona fide foolishness, stir-fried insanity. It doesn't comport with the scriptures at all. Now, if you wanted to say, hey, I want to be a fighting person and I want to go out here and fight in society, that's fine. You don't take the Christian moniker with you, though. You are a rebellious, fighting person. Go out there and go do whatever you're going to go do. But you don't take the Christian faith with you. And that doesn't represent the Christian faith in any way, shape, or measure. Not a bit. And I would love to hear how it does. If you don't mind, down in the comments below, let me know if you think I'm out of pocket. And again, this was not an exhaustive list. I'm sure you're probably keyboarding some other verses in here as well that also do not support what Lilly has said. So let me know what you think down below. I really, truly appreciate you. If you made it this far, give me a green heart in the chat, in the comments. Let me know that you made it to the end. I really appreciate that. And it lets me know that you find value in what we're doing over here. If you don't mind, I'll see you all next time. Grace and peace.